And we're back here at the Star Center Community Ice Rink here in Plano, Texas. Welcome back to the ACHA Nationals. Zach Solai, PackTV, alongside Logan Ward. NC State yesterday suffered their first loss in their undefeated season, 7-2, against the University of Massachusetts Amherst. A heartbreaking loss nonetheless, but it's still such an exciting feeling to be here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, that's a really tough loss, going down early with those 4 goals. Massachusetts just played a great game. They're a good team. They're very well balanced. So, you know, the State's going to look to rebound here today. A
very difficult first period as NC State let in 4 goals within just about 5 minutes there. Not exactly their best defensive showing. A little bit attributed to a little bit of jet lag there possibly, but nonetheless, the team was not ready to play.
No, absolutely not. Ice legs were definitely not ready under them, so they had to get ready. I feel like they're balanced today, though. They're still excited to be here. This is still such a big deal that they're even made it this far. So they're ready for today, and they've got a great opponent.
The team felt good on the bus today as well. They know today will be a better showing than yesterday. Nonetheless, though, they're going to face a stiff competition in Colorado, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit as well. But to recap yesterday, Tyler Alfanzetti, of course, started the comeback, got the goal back. Just about, I believe it was 6-1 when he ended 6-0 when he scored that goal, got the game 6-1. And then Nikita Anastradov came in and also made it a little bit harder for UMass to pull away there. 2 great goals by 2 great guys. Talk to me quickly about how they activated the top 6 with Anastradov getting that goal.
Well, Anastradov getting that goal was such a big deal. You know, it's a little bit better to lose 7-2 than 7-1. Still, it's a loss, but again, Anastradov getting that goal, that's just a little bit of a confidence booster for the guys. And Alfanzetti getting that shorthanded goal is an absolutely fantastic thing. Again, getting that goal, you're down a man on the ice, and you still manage to get that goal against a very stellar defense. That's a great feeling. And again, it did spark a little bit of momentum for the Ice Pack.
A relatively inexistent special teams was there yesterday. No power play luck whatsoever besides a shorthanded marker there by Alfanzetti. Nonetheless, power play today needs to be better.
Absolutely. And special teams, we've talked about so much how important it is for this Ice Pack team, and they've struggled at times this season. They've really struggled to put together good neutral zone possessions, winning those battle in the corners, but I think that they are going to try to shore that up here today, especially with a less than stellar showing against UMass.
And there was no secret as well, it was a slow start yesterday, but it was a strong finish. Today, they're hopefully going to make both the start and the finish strong.
Well, that's always the goal, you know, you want to have a good start, a good finish. Some teams try to balance between the two. State, of course, looking to come back, rebound off that tough loss.
All right, so here is the biggest thing for all you fans at home. Here is the big standings update. With UMass's win yesterday, they are currently in the lead of the pool with NC State in it with 2 points. Tryon and Colorado, Northern Colorado, are currently tied up with 1 point. NC State with 0. The only way for NC State to maintain any possession and any wins whatsoever is to make sure that they win and UMass loses at least one of their next 2 games. Currently, NC State sits with 0 points, so they need to win their next 2 games because Tryon and Colorado are currently on top of them with 1 point apiece. These are some very important times here for NC State.
Well, we can't stress this enough. The next 2 games are absolute must-wins versus Northern Colorado and Trine. They've got to make sure they win both. Massachusetts is sitting very pretty right now atop the standings. Round-robin play, they're the team to beat right now.
They're sitting on top with the Golden Throne. I want a Golden Throne. I don't know why I don't have it yet. I need a crown at this point, you know, because NC State should be the kings with the way they have played this season, and they should be sitting on top here. Yeah. But what can they do today? Your 3 keys to win against the University of Northern Colorado.
Well, first of all, they've just got to forget yesterday. Yesterday was a rough showing. They were capable of a lot more than that. It was a good team in UMass, but they need to forget about yesterday and come out strong today. Another key is they have to get those passes cleaned up. There are a lot of sloppy, errant passes. They've got to make sure that they get those passes cleaned up a little bit, and they've got to be ready from the get-go. They've got to be ready. 4 goals in the first 5 minutes is absolutely abysmal. They've got to be ready from the start, and they've got to finish out strong.
Nonetheless, let's see if NC State can activate their top 6 forwards today. Hopefully the Hampton Inn as well can fix their eggs. Very watery this morning. I was surprised. I needed that protein. I got it. Hopefully. We'll see. We're going to talk a little bit about the University of Northern Colorado coming up after the break right here on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
Did you know that NC State Transportation offers alternative ways to get to and around campus for faculty, staff, and students? Line bikes and scooters, Wolfline buses, and Carpool offer incentives to encourage the use of alternative modes of transportation. Faculty, staff, and students are awarded daily passes as members of the Wolf Trails program. For more information on alternative transportation and Wolf Trails, visit ncsu.edu/transportation. NC State Transportation, moving you to succeed.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
This is Cheddar.
Live from the New York Stock Exchange.
Coming to you live from the White House.
Here in Los Angeles.
We're live at Apple's iPhone 10 unveil right now.
It's a one-stop shop for the latest in tech, business, and media.
Watch us live.
Watch us live.
Tune in live.
Watch us live.
Star Center Community Ice Rink here in Plano, Texas. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. Alongside Logan Ward, we're going to talk a little bit now about the University of Northern Colorado. Big at this point myself. I mean, look at you, Logan. You're like 7 feet tall, to me, at least. So these guys are very tall. NC State was talking to us a little bit before about this, but the size factor is going to be huge about maintaining their very tall, very physical players.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, you want to have that physical matchup, and especially against a big team, you want to make sure you have your big guys out there making physical plays and trying to match them tit for tat out there.
And in a sense, I think that's what that first line does so well. So we have seen this year, their first line is not exactly a raw, NC State's first line is not exactly a very raw, skilled line. Yeah. They're very physical. They like to crash the net. How is that going to play into their advantage today, especially considering that today, considering the big guys, skill might not be the way to go here?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. They're going to need to rely on guys like Nikita Anastradov, that big guy out front, making those physical plays, making hustle defensive plays, and really crashing the net. They need to match this Colorado team because, like you said, skill might not be enough to overpower the size out here today.
As we were talking before, University of Northern Colorado, they currently have 1 point in the pool standings, tied with Trine for just below the University of Massachusetts Amherst here. They're coming in second in the Northeastern Division. Got an auto bid coming into this one, 25-7-4-2 coming into this one. There's a ton of accolades to be talked about here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is an incredible team. They earned this auto bid. They're going to be one of the stiffest competitions State has played. And State, as we've seen, hasn't done well with the auto bid team they've played so far. So hopefully they can put together a better performance against Colorado here.
Now, of course, in the playoffs, a lot of teams say it all the time. Regular season stats don't matter during playoffs, but we can't avoid the fact that Cam Taggart is somebody we need to watch out for today, as you will see on the ACHA national broadcast. It's going to be scary facing those guys out there. Cam Taggart, 23 goals this season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's with 29 assists for a total of 52 points. Absolutely incredible player. He's certainly one guy to watch out for. They've got a lot of guys around the 20-point range, but he stands head and shoulders above the rest.
Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward for the Potbelly Intermission Report here. There's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order there, Logan. So to enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly, and that's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. And University of Northern Colorado, just like we are going to do at Potbelly, they're going to feast today on NC State if they can capitalize on State's weak starts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a team that has some strong starts because of their physical play. So you need to watch out for them. They're going to look to bounce out ahead really early, especially seeing what UMass managed to do to State yesterday.
Obviously, yesterday, 2 goals yesterday, maybe a little bit more of a high-scoring game. These are two very skilled teams coming in here. Starting today in goal is Sean Cascaden. He got the start. He was 8-2 in the regular season, rather. So, but as we said, regular season stats don't matter, but we saw him. He's a little bit of a smaller goaltender. How can State take advantage of that?
Well, they can really just try to crash the net. I feel like that's something State has done well all season long, just getting out in front, managing to block his field of vision. So I feel like they really just need to manage to take advantage of that. And if they can, they'll certainly have a little bit better of a chance out there today.
Nonetheless, of course, as we have mentioned before, this is a must-win game for NC State. If Colorado pulls away, State's chances and hopes of advancing beyond pool play are sadly out of the picture here. But nonetheless, PackTV will be here to bring you more updates and everything like that. We're going to take another break right here on PackTV. We'll be right back to talk a little bit more and hear from Ian O'Rourke from the team right here.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
Did you know that NC State Transportation offers alternative ways to get to and around campus for faculty, staff, and students? Line bikes and scooters, Wolfline buses, and Carpool offer incentives to encourage the use of alternative modes of transportation. Faculty, staff, and students are awarded daily passes as members of the Wolf Trails program. For more information on alternative transportation and Wolf Trails, visit ncsu.edu/transportation. NC State Transportation, moving you to succeed.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
This is Cheddar.
Live from the New York Stock Exchange.
Coming to you live from the White House.
Here in Los Angeles. We're live at Apple's iPhone 10 unveil right now.
It's a one-stop shop for the latest in tech, business, and media.
Watch us live.
Watch us live.
Tune in live.
Watch us live.
Locally owned and operated by an
Back here at the Star Center Community Ice Rink, Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside Logan Warden. On the bus right here, Logan, I saw a mackerel with a tux. Now, that's pretty sophisticated.
Absolutely, yes. Definitely is that sophistication that you see around out here.
Hey, I mean, Texas is a great place. Haven't had a chance yet to get our cowboy hats, but we will. We'll bring home a few for some NC State fans. Hope we get some autographs on that one as well. But to go into a little bit more about the team, very important stuff. We can't stress this enough. It is a very important game to win today. Obviously, NC State wants to go beyond to the final rounds of play for the first time in team history, but nonetheless, and we talked about this a lot yesterday, what does this mean for NC State, a team that hasn't had a nationals bid since over 5-6 years ago, but this is their first trip? What does this mean to them and to the team? The guys are so excited in the locker room.
Well, this is a huge deal for the program. This is your first bid to nationals. That's such a big deal regardless of the results here. But again, these next two games are an absolute must win for State. But just making it this far is an absolute honor. The guys are excited to be here, and this means a lot for the program going forward.
We need to keep our eyes peeled today at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and 8:30 p.m. your time back there in Raleigh or North Carolina, wherever you stay in Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't know geography. The biggest thing to note is that is when Trine and UMass play today. Keep your eyes peeled for that game because that game will determine NC State's chances going forward. And, of course, Trine is the team that NC State is facing tomorrow. Obviously, one game at a time, but what do they need to do today to get prepared for tomorrow?
They got to win. They got to make sure that they get the win here today. Trine, they're the next goal.
Absolutely. And going forward into that, we're going to be sure to keep our eyes peeled on PackTV today. We're not going to be broadcasting the game. Just below you, if you're watching on the PackTV website, is the ACHA National Broadcast link. Tune in there with some very talented broadcasters and media people as well for their full coverage of the game. We'll be back for the post game as well. We're going to be walking around the stands, talking to some fans here, make sure we get some really awesome in-game coverage as well. Logan, I'm excited for today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's great being out here in Texas. We're going to bring the best coverage that we can.
And I'm excited as well. My bracket is currently first within the Ice Pack group for March Madness, so fingers crossed I'll pull away with the win there. But, Logan, of course, we're getting ready for this game. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
And we're going to close out here for this pregame report. Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward. We're going to close today with Ian O'Rourke talking with a little bit with Logan right here on PackTV.
Logan Ward from PackTV here with Team President Ian O'Rourke. Ian, coming off of a tough loss yesterday, how do you move on and how do you move forward?
Yeah, for sure. It was. I mean, we just really had a bad start to that game. We kind of dug ourselves a little hole. We were down 3-0 within the first 5 minutes. So obviously not a desirable situation to be in any game. But I think we really bounced back in the second and then especially in the third. So if we can just keep that momentum from the third going into today's game, I think we'll do all right. But yeah, I mean, there's goods and bads with the game, but for sure towards the end of the game we were definitely in a positive momentum swing. Jump on them, get bucks deep, and get the offense going because that was something we were definitely lacking in last game's first period. So if we can do that today, I think we'll be all right. Make some good things happen.
All right, thank you very much, Ian. Yeah, we'll be right back.
NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all